Shelves across America empty. Shippers, you know, experiencing quite a five-alarm fire. We can't get anything off these ships. And with a lack of truck drivers, epic port congestion, and extreme increase in cost of cargo, experts warn delays could be a nightmare for not only the holiday season, everyday life, and jack up prices in everything we buy. Let's bring in former CEO of Home Depot and Chrysler, Bob Nardelli. Bob, you were seeing this glut of ships, these cargo ships. You're seeing it in California, in Georgia, and in New York, in New Jersey. What can we do about this?
Yeah. Well, Brian, thank you for having me on. You're exactly right. Talking to many of my colleagues, both in the public and private sector, are getting increasingly frustrated that we keep reporting an increase in the number of vessels. We keep talking about gas shortages. We keep talking about supply chain problems. We have one of the best militaries in the world. These are men and women who have the capability to unload cargo and transport cargo. Look, I'm not a lawyer and for sure not a politician, Brian, but it seems to me if we declared some type of national emergency, we would put these men and women on the ground and break this problem. It doesn't solve the problem by telling people buy early for Christmas. It doesn't solve the problem, tell people to go buy a chest freezer and stock up on meat and poultry. We're out now tin cupping for oil when we had reached energy independence. I mean, it just challenges common sense. Natural gas is going to be short if we have a cold winter. So it just continues to perpetuate these problems. Look, I grew up with Jack Welch, a mentor who told me, see the world the way it is, not the way you want it to be. And it has served me well, Brian. I'm not an optimist or a pessimist. I'm a realist. Look at these situations. They are not getting better. You talked about the airline just a moment ago. It's not getting better. We need to be aggressive. We have the capabilities. We have the willpower. Somebody just has to make the decision to go fix these problems, Brian. Inflation is going to get worse.
Right. And of course, because you don't have enough products, they're going to jack up the prices. And maybe some people aren't going to look to unload those ships because they're going to get more for what they have, which is the bad side of capitalism, so to speak. But let's talk about this. On the military, they have the truck drivers. They have the trucks. National Guard, this is an emergency. You start emptying those cargo ships. You start getting them onto the shelves, allowing more ships to come in. Yeah, China's got issues. Europe's got issues. But we could handle our own backyard first. If you're going to use the military to stop floods and stop the border in some cases, why not use it now? Get the National Guard in there. We have the truck drivers.
Brian, you're exactly right. Again, I don't know the technicalities of the issue, but you're right. We declare national emergencies a lot of different times, whether it's a fire, a flood, a hurricane, a tornado. To me, this is just as severe. And again, it's going to impact a lot of people who don't have the time or money to spend or buy things in advance. You know, we can't start hoarding paper products again like we did pre-COVID. So not only, you think about Home Depot, Target, Costco bought their own vessel. Doesn't help when it's still sitting in the port. We got to get these the containers unloaded and then transport it to the areas of distribution centers to help solve this problem, Brian. We have to do it now.
And the subset to this is the chip problem. Taiwan is the one we're leaning on. We don't make our own. The whole world is short of them. It's affecting all car sales, and we have to solve that. It might take 2 years, but we have to start now. Why people are just worrying about what Christmas gifts they're getting and thinking that's going to solve the problem is nuts, and that's what you point out. Bob, I hope they call you. You solve problems your whole life. Bob Nardelli, thank you.
Thank you, Brian.